I gotta do stuff.
See, and I gotta do stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh, you know. You guys are,
We're the
But I
techies.
feel
We're the techies.
totally we are.
I don't have to do fuck all.
They're the eye candy. We're the techies.
Me and
Can you guys squeeze a little closer?
We're just chilling.
10.
Final
9.
countdown.
Bow chicka wah wah.
Hello, everybody. That's our live camera right there. We're
Oh.
about to tell you.
Greetings.
And our chat is right here.
Oh,
and
very
our roll cam,
nice.
if you decide to use that tonight.
Gotcha,
is That
gotcha.
one over there.
Roger, Dodger.
Yes. So hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining our Friday Night Smoke Sesh. We have a super special guest tonight. This
We're okay.
is Jas and Sher from Giving Up the Ghost podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, here.
Hello.
Now you can show your shirt.
Oh,
There you
Yes.
hello,
go.
Governor.
Boom.
That's amazing. Thank you guys so much for coming on.
Finding us.
We have been waiting years for this to happen.
I think it's
Literally.
3 years, 4 years,
Yeah.
3 or 4, 3.
Pod
Manitoba
2019, I think it was,
Is that
right?
when it was?
Yep.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's been a long time.
That's crazy.
It's been a very long time.
It's amazing.
So we're very grateful.
soulmates. We were soulmates from then.
We were. Like,
We met one time face to face, and we've been in
we
love
just,
ever
we
since.
clicked. We just clicked, and we had to make this happen at some point, right?
Yes.
I know. Totally.
Yeah,
We had to. You guys would be so proud of us. We held ourselves from having conversations
Yeah.
when they both
That was
got here
hard.
because we're like, we're gonna save it for the smoke sesh.
So
It was
hard.
so hard. We're like, so what
hard.
did you do today?
Quiet.
we were like, nope, shush, leave it for the show.
Okay, so I'm dying
So-
to know, how long have you guys been doing the podcast?
Yes.
for?
There we go. Okay.
we go.
Now we can answer you. It actually was January of 2019. So there you go. Just over 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah. It was one of those things where me and I gotta go back, way back. So like we went to junior high together, 1 year of high school together, I
Yeah,
think.
just like a
you
couple
know,
years ago only.
yeah, it was just like maybe 10 years ago. It's amazing how that happens.
Yeah.
Long and short of it, reconnected through Facebook, had a lot of common, family area, part of the province, a lot of stuff. And, we always just would message back and forth. And then, no, I can't. And then, sorry,
No.
I'm driving tonight. But I'm going to have a beer, and I brought some Baja Rosa for the girls because that's what I promised 4 years ago.
Talked about tequila, yeah.
Yeah, tequila. Yeah, so anyway, I just thought this chick is just fucking amazing. We were like in sync. We got a lot of the same interests and a lot of the same kind of theories, like ghost theories and paranormal shit, right? Like we're all about that. And I'm like, I wonder if she would do a podcast with me, because at that time there was like nothing for Winnipeg or Manitoba. It was always like Toronto shit, like Edmonton, down in the States, all your common places, which is great. But I personally had a lot of stories here, like in the city, my own. And she had a couple, and it's just like, well, you know what? Like, more people got to come out and tell stories, and that's kind of like what we're here for. Yeah.
That's
That's
amazing.
amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah.
It's fun. And
It's
then she
awesome.
got us in all sorts of crap.
Sorry.
IKEA, sleepovers, and...
Cher's not a fan of public appearances, so this was a miracle I could
That's
get her
amazing.
out. Yeah.
We're so happy that you decided to
We're so
Thanks,
grateful.
guys. This is
We're
awesome.
so grateful.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers to
Thanks
you
for
guys.
coming.
Thank you
Prost.
so much
Yay, ladies.
Woo!
So I'm really curious. What was your first show? Like, what was the topic of your first show? What location?
We're
what?
like such idiots on
The
that thing.
the favorite. Oh yeah, we didn't know what the fuck we're doing. I mean, not that it's changed a lot in 4 years, but we
Same with us.
we
Same
give it
with
a
us.
go. Hamilton House.
Yeah.
Fuck Hamilton House in Elmwood.
Really?
Obsessed with Hamilton House for like ever. Like really, I have
doing
been.
anything with it yet or no?
Well, maybe we won't get into details here, but
But
what
it's
is
just
it?
like such a bummer though, because it was like such a cool house. And all
Yeah.
it's, like, sold, and it's gonna be
That novelty place,
store.
the novelty store from Osborne
Oh,
took
the
it over.
Gags Unlimited.
Gags Unlimited,
Gags
yeah.
Unlimited. But they
That's
do
such an odd thing.
other things upstairs though. Don't
Supposed
they?
to be, yeah. They do some sciences, sciences,
What kind of things have we got?
seances. I have some gifts for you guys. That's what we do. We give gifts.
Aw, we love gifts.
We didn't have anything.
I was like, now I feel like a shit.
You are the gift.
Stickers. She does this to me all the time.
This is for you.
What is that?
Oh no, well this is for you too, but and this is for you.
What?
Did you guys make this wine?
Yes.
No, you
She
did.
Are you
makes it.
kidding?
She makes it. She's in wine. Just kidding.
Who wants
I love
black
wine.
and who wants black and who wants white?
I want black.
Oh,
She called it.
there you go. Fine.
She's like, bitch.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
It's got a little shotter
yelled
in
it.
there.
I
A
yelled
little
it.
shotter.
Coffee cup.
Well,
It
because
has the shot glass in it.
well,
Oh my
how
God.
else?
Oh my gosh.
How else are you gonna drink this shit if you don't have a shot glass?
True.
There you go.
Did you make this too?
Yes, I did.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
She's good.
And you know what I love about this coffee mug? It's
so much,
big.
Jen.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I was going to make you guys a
sweetheart.
pot. That's okay. I was going to make you guys a pot pillow because I do sewing.
Yeah, she makes pillows. And
Yeah, you made us
I
the
didn't have
mask.
time. I
The
didn't have
mask.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch out for a new merch drop created by
Jazz.
Pot pillows.
So
And you can hide your stash in a little pocket.
and here's for if you want you can have this.
Oh my God.
Aw.
Yes. We're
Thank
putting
you.
that on
Yes,
the-
please.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Yes,
For your
please.
future guests.
You guys are amazing.
Look at that.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
Thank you so much.
Oh wait, I got one more thing.
And
like, oh,
love
wait.
love your new logo that you created, by
Oh,
the way.
Isn't it
cool?
amazing?
I love
She
it.
did a
It
good
is.
job. Yeah.
So yeah, she created that logo right there.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So incredible.
We needed a
Really
change.
proud.
We need
I
a change.
needed
This is
something
for your daughter.
exciting.
I know she's got some sensory
Yeah.
sensory issues. So
Yeah.
they're like motion detectors. So I don't know if it's good. Okay. I
She
had
likes them.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's into it.
Okay, because I had other ones that were like flashing. I thought, oh, that might not be good. But these ones are like they'll cackle and shit like that, eh?
Oh, she'll
I
love
guess
it,
she'll love
especially
that.
if the animals react to it. She'll all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You're so sweet. Thank you so
Always,
much.
it's always for the
Jess.
So
kids.
thoughtful.
Always for the kids.
So
God.
thoughtful.
Oh, and she loves Halloween. That's
Nice.
Yeah, right. I'm like,
Hello.
she's sweet. She was a devil police officer this year for Halloween.
Sweet. I can just imagine the costume. That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Okay, so what's probably the
Oh, Donnie
coolest?
Bing. Donnie Bing.
What's the coolest place you guys have like either talked about or like been to?
Yeah, your favorite.
Your favorite, yeah.
Your favorite.
Oh, we have so many favorites, but I guess the coolest thing is when we recorded voices.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So
Fuck yeah.
fuck yeah. Well, because I'm the one that edits this stuff, right? So if you can
Yeah,
imagine,
just
I'm
edited wrong.
I'm just sitting there at night in the dark. No, I don't sit in the dark, but sitting there with the headphones on, and then all of a sudden, and then I hear something. I was like, what the fuck was that? And I must have redid it like 8 times, and I had to send
Sending
it.
messages?
Yeah, I had to. I'm like, sure, check this out, and I can't remember how I sent it to her, like the clip or whatever. She goes, yeah. So what it was, we took part in Doors Open Winnipeg 2019.
Pre-pandemic, yeah.
Pre-pandemic, the kind folks at the Dalvnert, and I love the Dalvnert Museum, they allowed us to come and record there, and we sat on the veranda. I mean, it's a busy. Whoops, it was a busy place.
Probably
busy.
it was a good idea that we were there, though.
Sure, we're out in the open. All we had was, I'm not saying it's junk, but all the, because when we were first starting the podcast, we didn't have this kind of equipment. It's still like podcasting, you make no money in podcasting.
Yeah. No,
This is a glorified hobby. So we had a blue snowball, like a black, like those things, right? So it kind of,
Nice. Those
it
little
picks up
ballies.
everything, but not in a good way, and there's people walking around, echoes and stuff. And then at one point, I'm offering business cards because that's what I do. Want a business card? Got a ghost story? Got a ghost story? Want a business card? Just kind of doing the hustle. I say to one person, do you want a business card? And then I hear, yes, yes, yes. And it sounds like a little girl going, yes,
I
yes,
know.
yes.
That was weird.
Fuck, right?
Yeah.
Jesus. And then later on, if anybody doesn't know the story of the Dalvnert Museum, it was built for the family of Hugh John MacDonald, who was the son of the first Prime Minister of Canada. And he was a magistrate downtown, like he was a lawyer. Yeah. So his family, poshy, only the best of the best. And hoity-toity. And then he dies. And, since it's the 1920s, they don't have retirement funds and all that kind of shit. So she's like penniless. And her name was Gertrude? Gertie? They call it Gertie. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, Gertie, the lady of the house,
poor.
she was poor, so she had to sell off everything. And one of the things she sold off, because we do our research, and we print off and we read history and hauntings because they go hand in hand, and we fucking love history. One of the things we found that week was that when she sold stuff off, she even sold the pug that died a few years prior. She previously had it. She had it stuffed.
She stuffed her.
And she sold it for 15 cents. There's love for you.
15
Wow.
So we're laughing and making fun because, we're reading the stories.
We're like,
Can you
she sold her dog.
She sold her dog.
15 cents.
15
Yeah.
cents. Yeah. So we're making fun about it, right? Gertie did not like that because as I'm playing back the editing, you hear somebody go, lies.
Yeah.
Lies.
Getting goose pimples from it just now. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe there was no pug. Was there a pug?
Yeah.
What's going on?
What? Or maybe somebody sold it on her behalf. Maybe, I'm thinking now
knows?
we have to go back and make atonement, I guess.
I'm like, we're thinking, who has this fucking pug?
Yeah.
Someone in
Where'd
the
it
city
go?
has this pug
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's look for the pug.
Where's the
We
fucking
need to
pug?
look for the fucking pug. We're in.
Let's do it.
Search of fucking.
Oh my God.
Somebody's gotta have it.
Isn't that
Somebody
insane?
has to have it.
That's insane.
But I'm almost thinking maybe because in her haste, maybe somebody sold it on her,
Could have been because
You know.
I guess she probably was having like an estate sale, right? And everyone's
Sure.
selling
It's
stuff.
like,
She,
let's put this
she
out.
goes in and her pug is gone.
Yeah.
They said it was in like this
case, a curio case, right?
China cabinet.
Yeah.
She had her dog in a cabinet.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't blame them because I probably, I love my animals. But I definitely wouldn't sell them for 15 cents.
You like
No,
tea?
no.
But my cat's also cremated, not stuffed.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
But you like stuffed animals, don't you?
Like stuffies? Like you sleep in
I don't
bed
know
with?
if I
like-
but not
like-
like with bones
Yeah,
and
like
shit?
stuffed mice and
But you
stuff. Like,
stuffed
yeah,
mice.
dioramas and shit. But like, I'm not gonna turn my own. Well,
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's an animal.
not really. No.
I would.
Well,
I
you're not
think
gonna
I would
put,
send
like,
my cat away to
See?
get like a special,
That makes me
a
weird,
special
because, like,
bone
I-
kit.
See?
I can do it.
I don't
I
know.
would-
There's
No.
this one place that you can like send your animal when they pass, and then like they send you back this like beautiful kind of like bone kit.
Oh, like just
So-
bones only?
So it's
Oh.
like, but it's like it's your animal's bones, but it's like
To reassemble or?
No.
no,
See,
but
I'm
it's
into it.
Sorry.
I like bones.
Yeah.
I have
yeah,
bones
but it's like
at
it's
home.
it's just like this
But if
really
I
like
knew it was,
they
like,
do this
fluffy.
beautiful thing with it. No, like
I
it's
I
not
think
like
I'm into
put
it.
back into a skeleton or anything, but
No,
like it's just
like a bucket of bones.
Carmen. If Carmen's here, she knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, Donnie
She
Yeah.
was the one
My
that sent it
face
to
is-
me, but
Mike's super loud.
oh, is it?
Can we turn it down just a little bit? Oh yeah, we're probably hitting the. Oh yeah, we're hitting the red.
Oopsies. Oh, I got kind of like
Thanks,
back thing
Don
going
There
too.
we go. Thank you, Don.
And Cher, bring your mic
Yeah.
up closer to your faces.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Is it better?
There you are.
A little bit louder.
Hello.
A little.
Because
Oh,
you know
oops.
why? Because I'm right in front of it. I'm like loud.
Appreciate you all.
Technologies.
Sorry,
I hate
guys.
technology.
So, what ganja are you guys
Sucks.
smoking tonight?
So actually,
Actually,
we just smoked some leftover weed. So
Here you go, girls.
okay, so we
Oh my
gotta.
gosh.
We don't. Do you guys have shot glasses, or are we gonna?
No,
You guys can use the
I-
shot glasses.
Yeah.
And we will use the cups.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure,
Because-
that works.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah.
You're smart.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
You're
I've
smartsicle.
been a bartender a long
pants.
time, you know.
Smartsicle.
Smarty
It was either that or we just chug it from the bottle, you know.
Well, that's in the old days,
Is that
yeah,
true?
I know. Yeah.
because you get kind of tired of pouring and you're missing and you're wasting that shit. So it's just pass the bottle around.
Suck it off the table.
Yeah. It's,
Amazing.
Okay. Oh yeah.
all right.
This
To
is
you.
amazing. To
To
you.
to
guys.
you,
you
beautiful,
ladies.
you two beautiful bitches.
Oh,
So excited
There you
that
are.
we've finally gotten
Finally.
together.
Yes.
Prost.
I want to hear some more ghost stories.
you said you looked up my house.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
What did you find out?
Well, it was funny. 2 weeks ago, we got invited by the Winnipeg Paranormal Group here locally. We went to Eli B&B. I managed to drag Cher out. I said, only 2 or 3 hours. Only 2 or 3 hours.
3 hours. We were there for
6
a while.
hours later, almost darn near. Well, we were talking with the owner. The owner was all into it, right? Which is beautiful, because a lot of time,
Loved us.
yeah, a lot of time, a lot of places, they just want, it's funny how all these places that that are haunted, and you ask them about that, businesses, restaurants, they don't want you there. They don't want, oh, but you can come at Halloween. Oh, okay, yeah, right. So, but this lady was into it. Kudos to her. So we went to the B&B. Lost my train of thought. Where was I going with that? Oh, looking up your house. Yes.
Yeah.
So the one girl, Ashley from Winnipeg Paranormal Group, she used to rent a house in Elmwood that's super haunted, and they told us stories. If you guys want to check out our last episode last week, that was Winnipeg Paranormal Group, Freaky Stories. A little plug there. So I said, Ashley, shoot me the address. I want to check it out, right? So when I was looking up her address, I actually found the street you're on within old documents. I'm like, oh, maybe I should check out Rae-Rae's place, right?
Yeah.
And then I was saying to her earlier, and I had a busy week though, so then I said to her, Cher, let's be more her. Let's be specific. So anyway, yeah. So today we did a little looky-loo, and just your house is safe. You're okay.
Yeah. You're good.
Oh.
Yeah, but it is old as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it does. You never know. See, like the thing is, I go on these rants with the whole haunting shit, right? So the thing is, like, people can die in your house. That doesn't necessarily mean it's haunted. You have transient spirits. spirits attract to objects sometimes, people
Train
to
tracks,
people.
terrible.
Yeah, train tracks.
Okay.
Limestone is a conductor of energy, water, like highways even, right? Because it's energy, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that a house has to be haunted because somebody died in it. But yeah, that can happen too, because they obviously don't want to leave and they don't want to, book out and stuff and go on into the next life. So energy is energy. Somebody dies, it'll come back in some form and stay. So in saying that, as far as we could tell, nobody died here. But, back in the day, depending on how old the house is, like if your house would have been, like say in the early 1900s, very common for them to have wakes with the body in the house.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have funeral homes and shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you got that aspect. You got aspect, like, say, even if the people that didn't die here, maybe they had an elderly relative that passed in the house that was staying with them. You won't necessarily find that out. But newspapers, no discretion, man. Those guys were brutal.
Yeah. They'd be like, hey, Mary died of whatever in the house.
At her residence, and then they'd give the residence, and that's how we find that shit out.
Do you feel like spirits can like attach to people, or do you feel like they attach to things?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
yeah.
People too.
Yeah,
Some
we had.
people have multiple experiences in different homes. Like, always. People
If they're
that,
sensitive.
I moved and I have like, something going on in this apartment now. And I'm like, well, what did you do?
Yeah, what did you do?
Like,
Yeah, exactly. So, but like we did have a guest. Forgive me, I can't remember her name. She just Laura. That's her name. She told us this very creepy story. How she's got nice kids, nice teens. The family goes for a nice day trip to the Human Rights Museum. Built on top of a burial, right? And all that shit, right? Yeah. Supposedly, and all that good stuff. And her kid was just like a normal good kid, a teen kid, but never any issues, any problems. Yeah. He comes back from there within hours. He had like an attitude. It was like a dark cloud was over him. His demeanor changed over the next few days. Like it wasn't her kid. Like she could tell. And he even says, Mom, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like he could feel something. He said he could see stuff in the basement as well, like shadow figures and stuff, right? And she got a hold of a shaman and the shaman took care of it. And I've been in contact with a shaman. It is a good shaman. Yeah. But it is a good shaman because I had some convos with this one, on Instagram and stuff. And I like to find out if people are legit because we've found some people that are not so legit, and we'll just zip it right there. Yeah. So in any event, talking to the shaman, it doesn't appear that she took money or got paid for those services. And after, I don't know what the length of time was, she was able to help the family. They got rid of the spirit and they believed the son because just as the spirit was about to be vacated from the house, they were seeing it as well upstairs.
Wow.
Isn't that creepy?
That's
creepy.
Freaky. Yeah. Freaky creepy. And it's not good creepy.
Yeah.
It's the bad creepy.
That's a bad creepy. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I want to tell you about the first house.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's crazy. Okay. So we knew that going in, it was a friend of ours who bought the property. He's a real estate agent. It was on a double lot in Transcona. He bought it. Then he realized he can't tear it down the house that like he wanted to because it's like an original historic house, right? Okay. Transcona historic house. Right. So whatever. So he's like, I heard you wanted to rent a place in Transcona. Heck yes. I'll give it to you super cheap, $600 a month. Heck yes, right?
Super
so
cheap,
me and my friend move in. We're like 21.
Didn't go, what's wrong with
Yeah,
this?
right. No. It looks like a witch's hut. It has like cobblestone at the front of it, right? It's when you walk in, it's one open layout. There's a bathroom and then like the kitchen, whatever, with like an island, and then the bedrooms. 2 bedrooms are downstairs.
Oh, and that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
It's a small house with a big porch on the back.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's just big enough for me and my friend at the time, right?
Right.
So the first experience that happened, and we smoked a lot of weed, okay? So a lot of this, we were like, right? We were like, maybe we're just fucked up, right? Okay, so that we're like painting the house. We're on the upstairs, right? There's no curtains on. It's at night, whatever. And then all of a sudden we hear like windows slamming.
Oh.
So downstairs, all the windows had slammed.
Oh, shit.
So Sierra's like, is somebody fucking with us, right? Because we can't see outside. But maybe people are like fucking with us, whatever. We kind of blamed it on like that's weird, right?
Yeah,
like it's weird.
Yeah.
Whatever. So I remember coming home. The first thing, so I'm talking to my mom on the phone. I'm in the bathroom. We have this weird stairs that go to nothing, so we use it like a cupboard almost, right? Nothing. Yeah, so it's like when you're looking in the mirror, right? The toilet's right here. You're looking in the mirror, and then there's like this cutout, and it's like stair, nothing. Nope. But you can use it as like a shelving unit, right?
Is there like anything on the outside?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh.
Right? So I'm talking to my mom on the phone, and I'm like, Mom, there's kind of like weird things. Like I don't know. I feel weird in this house, but like I don't understand. I literally had a baby I wasn't stoned because it was during the day, and I have like a baby oil bottle on the edge of this like whatever, just chilling there, and it just like falls, hits the toilet, goes to the ground, and I'm on the phone with my mom, and I'm like freaking out. And I'm
Yeah, you're like,
"Okay,
okay.
That's a sign.
I come home one night, there's like glass coasters in front of me, just chilling. I'm watching TV. It's like 2:30 in the morning, right? Because I bartended at the time, so I'm just watching TV. All of a sudden, they clinked together 2 times.
Oh.
And I'm like, how do you move?
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck, man. And then we'd be in our bedrooms at night and we'd hear like footsteps upstairs, right? All the time. And then so we end up getting a dog because we're like, we're going to blame it on the dog, right? Like, we're just like, and then we would like literally to the point where we would talk to it. We were like, hey, man, like, we're just chilling. Like, we want to be, you know?
Well, yeah.
So then my friend
Yeah.
who doesn't believe in ghosts, we both went to a Christian school. He's very much like, that stuff don't exist. He moves into the house with me because this other girl moves out.
Oh, yeah.
And I go, Scott, there's like weird stuff that
There's
happens in the
some shit
house.
going on
And he's
here.
like, I don't believe you, man.
Okay.
Some Scooby-Doo
He
shit going on.
experienced the shit, and then he would tell me about it. He'd leave the house, and then he'd tell me about it, and he'd be like, I don't want to talk about it. No, it's not.
That was
blah,
it.
blah, blah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
So then I move out of the house. So then his new roommate, right? Like I said, this house stayed in our group friend for like 8 years, right? So then his friend moves in, brings a Ouija board into the house, and now he wants to record upstairs.
Trying to like burn the place down. with
That's
the
when
Ouija
shit
board.
started, because up until then it wasn't like
Yikes.
violent, evil stuff. It was just stuff that was happening where you like,
Shit
yeah,
smelled
that
in the
happened.
stair hole
right?
when he
yeah.
did that.
So then, he
Yeah.
recorded one night, and Scott goes, Ray, you got to hear what like Josh recorded on the
Really?
laptop, because he like had it playing all night. He's like, I just wanted to see, right?
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah,
No,
he
don't
caught
do that.
fucking like
No,
he caught like little girl like kids' voices, and then he caught like a deep voice, and literally I'm listening to this and I'm like goosebumps, and I'm like, buddy, you're fucking with this shit, and it's bad now.
kidding.
Like you
Yeah.
can't be like,
Pretty much invited it in full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah.
Wow.
But like that was my first experience where I was like, because before that I didn't really, I don't know, right?
yeah.
But then like you see other things. One time we were hanging out, the dishes in the sink, because it's like one open space, right? So we're hanging out in the little front room area, and the dishes in the sink started clattering together.
Oh, God.
And we're like, and there's me and Scott and Gonzo too, but we're smoking weed, right?
Yeah,
So we're
like,
like, maybe we're fucked
hard
up,
are you
right?
pumping?
But like we have all of us being like, that's weird,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
like
wow.
he starts, yeah.
Well, I think when you smoke enough pot, you know things that pot makes you see, and you know pot
Yeah.
what doesn't make
What doesn't,
Yeah.
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 Well, especially when
Not gonna make
every
shit
single person
moves.
is like,
Yeah.
yeah, I saw that. Like that was
much,
what was
right.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the recording really set me. I was
Okay,
like,
yeah,
you're
that's
fucking
creepy.
shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No.
Yeah.
that's not
No,
good.
I don't like
Yeah,
that.
but Scott would always be like, I don't talk about it, and I'm like, because when he's in the bedroom one day, and he thought that his roommate had come into the house and walked down the stairs. So he was like, hey Josh, like I'm in my room.
Yeah,
and he doesn't
nobody's
hear
there.
anything. Right, he goes outside and realizes that nobody's
Nobody's
home.
there. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
But like, yeah, and I was like, man, you're
Yeah.
fucking with it. Let's not, you know.
Let's maybe we shouldn't have brought the
Yeah.
Ouija board for a game.
That was my first experience of being like, yeah, that shit's, I can, that's
Yeah.
crazy to me. Yeah.
Oh, that's
We
creepy.
we don't do the Ouija board.
No.
Cher would if she could.
Yeah?
Well, my kid has.
Something.
He's made me made one.
Yeah,
For him.
but see, it's a conduit. So I mean, it
Yeah.
really doesn't matter for you if it's Milton and Bradley. You know.
Yeah,
you
I
can
know.
Play this
It's
shit
a
when
game. You can
eight
be
and up,
12.
but not old enough to drink. But you can conjure the devil, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
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 But I mean, we have something what we call the magnetic sphere of fortune. I did bring
Which
it
is
tonight.
creepy as shit too. Sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just.
Is that what? What? You have like a ghost thing here?
Well, it's just
It's like a toy. It's
Instead
like
of
a
like a
kid's
Ouija
toy.
board, like yes and no, it's the same idea, right? Except it swings and it's like magnetic, and then you
It
ask it a
stops
Here.
question.
Yeah, I
and
got
we
it.
could, yeah.
We could.
Yeah.
And we
can
could
try it
like.
if you want. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, but,
But,
it's
like,
my
I
house.
also-
Not a problem. Not a problem.
I also would like to mention that like
It's in
there's
one of the pockets there, sure.
I haven't really like lived anywhere I don't feel that like has been haunted, but
No.
I've definitely worked places. So
yes, you
I've
have a
worked
story.
I've worked 2 places in the Exchange District. So one of them being like it used to be called Pockets Bar and Grill,
See?
and it's now called Fourth. So it's in between like Maine and
What it is between
Rory.
you girls,
And
since
which
you
is
have
also
all the
the sodas,
questions.
if anybody in my age category.
Yeah, I didn't
it's
know
like
that one,
A little
but-
bit before me, but yeah.
Yeah, so that place apparently it was like the first building on McDermott that was built on like that side at least. And it was a printing press, and there was a woman named Margaret that had like died in the elevator shaft, which was actually like our MT's room. and like the elevator shaft didn't work anymore. Yeah.
Ooh.
So yeah,
It's
that
funny
was.
that they told you though, eh?
Yeah.
Like, it's funny.
Well-
how you
Well, because like I guess
to.
people looked it up over time because like so
yeah.
much
Yeah, sure.
fucked up shit was happening, right? Like, so like insane stuff happened the entire time I worked there. I was probably there like a year and a half at least, 2 years maybe. But like our bar back said that like he swears he was thrown down the back stairs. He broke his leg. He was on like
really?
crutches for a while. Yeah, he like swears. Yeah.
Someone pushed him.
There was also like one of the managers who
Ghosts and
like
bad people.
Margaret hated, and
Imagine just
like if she was in the office, she would like make this huge wind burst go through like all the papers, and like she hated this one manager until like she left. She finally calmed down in the office, but like
Wow.
yeah, there was just a lot of shit. Like apparently pool balls like would, because it was a pool hall, right? Like that I worked in. It was
So
Pockets
balls are
Bar and
like-
Grill, and it was an upscale kind of pool hall, and like pool balls would just like shatter.
Holy shatter.
Yeah,
Shatter
just
scary.
completely
Okay,
shatter.
yeah. I
And
love
like
that.
when I was bartending and stuff there, like I'd be, sitting at the bar cutting limes like during the day or whatever, and like a lime would roll off the bar, and I'd go to find it, and like we never ever would recover it. Like it just completely disappeared. Yeah, like multiple people, like we'd be like, "Where the fuck is this lime?" Like.
Either that or there's a pit somewhere with like
Yeah.
5,000 dried up lime.
Well, and like, okay, so when you walked into Pockets, because like you would come upstairs, and like if you turned around, that's where like we would announce our bands, and then like above that was kind of this like shelf, and there was like fake plants up there, and like those plants sometimes would just like fly off.
To greet the people they didn't like.
Yeah, it was just like, and yeah, when you worked, because we had like a function room kind of upstairs, so like places could rent it out, or like with Fringe Fest and stuff, we would have a lot of things up there. But like if you ever had to close up there by yourself, like you did not feel
No.
okay, and like you just like wanted to get the fuck out, right? Like.
Just
Yeah,
run,
yeah.
lock
Even
it.
right now, I'm just like getting these goosebumps. Like, yeah, you did
if you were-
not want to be on that second floor by yourself too late, because like,
Yeah, a lot of people. We have a lot of
felt
people that
super
talk about
fucking
work,
creepy.
like,
Yeah.
creepy fucking
Did you ever have to
But I-
close? Like leave them?
oh yeah, a million times. But like, I also worked at, it's what is it called now? The Exchange Event Center is what it's called now. But it used to be called Ma's Eatery and Beer Hall.
Oh, okay.
It's on Princess in Bannatyne. So when I worked there, yeah, like we would sometimes party. Not sometimes, like all the time. We would party there like after hours, right?
yeah,
And like there was this like upstairs kind of like
It's like you own the place.
upstairs kind of room that we would like go and we would drink and like whatever up there, and yeah, like we would totally hear glasses rattling like downstairs and nobody's in the kitchen, and like that place is like there were certain rooms that you could go in, the fucking creepy as hell, like
Yeah, you know right away as soon as you walk in, and
oh,
you feel like everything's
so
like,
creepy. Yeah,
You
like
know
those
where you
beer
got-
rooms, empties
a-
rooms,
Wait,
like
I know what you're
It's
gonna.
like-
Can you say? Are you gonna say it?
You know where you guys should like investigate?
where.
The Nicolette.
I
in
knew
St.
you were gonna
Boniface.
say that.
Yeah, it used to be an old monastery.
Shut up.
So the family's had it for
What?
60 years.
No.
And Mike said, so his
Well,
dad's
Spaghetti
had
Factory.
it for 60
Yeah, sorry.
His dad's had it for 60
Spaghetti Factory
years.
is
It's been
Nas.
the same
Okay.
owner. And apparently it was a monastery before it was a bar.
Shit, I gotta look that
How
up.
was
now.
that?
Yeah,
How did that
the
happen?
Nicolette. Look
Like,
it up.
who-
It's like
I
it's
didn't
such
know that.
an old
I did
building.
not know that.
That place, I swear to God, I've been there for like 12 years.
Well,
right?
the cemetery's right there.
Yeah,
That
buddy.
makes sense.
Yeah.
There was one time I'm walking out, me and my bartender, okay?
Yeah.
We're walking out, we have to set the alarm and walk through the dark bar to the end fucking door.
to get out.
Okay? And like, fucking shit. There's 30 rooms that are above the bar. People have taken their own
Yeah, yeah,
lives
yeah.
there. They've
Oh,
died
yeah.
up there,
Yeah.
heart attacks.
Yeah,
It's like,
Of course,
right?
bachelors
Yeah.
live
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
The one time we're walking out, and then one of the TVs, it was like boop, boop, boop.
No.
3 TVs turned on as we're walking out, and
You're
I was
like,
like,
"Okay, thank
we're
you,
like, we're not
bye-bye."
fucking with that, and we
No,
just left
no.
because I was like,
Yeah,
no.
can stay on.
They
Yeah.
can stay on.
There's
all
been times when
goddamn
you go
night.
into the vendor, it's like a big wooden door with like a big like door. You have to like pull it to
Yeah.
open this door, right?
yeah.
I'm standing there. There's a vendor. I'm waiting for him to like tell me what he wants. The handle opened in my hand and opened the door, and I was like,
How'd that happen? Yeah.
What? Like, yeah. One of my favorite guys passed away, and I swear to God, I heard him in the vendor go, Ray, Ray, Ray.
Oh.
Which is what he used to, like, he'd always be like, Ray, Ray, right? When I'd walk into work.
Yeah.
And like he passed away up in the room, and I
Shut
got
up.
goosebumps all up my arm. But the
Oh, shit.
owner, get this, Mike, super Christian family.
Oh,
They
yeah.
close on Sundays. I was like, Mike, you gotta let me do like we gotta
we gotta do something,
something.
like a-
He's like, no, I don't believe that. It's not haunted. I was like, I get you that you, but
Well,
you're
I don't
denying it.
understand that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're denying it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. That
Yeah.
place is like when you're walking out, you just feel that like that
Yeah.
somebody is like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you're just
Yeah.
kind of and you're closing by yourself, so you're just like kind of hustling out.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the time my
It's like
boyfriend will
walking up
come
the
and like
stairs at night.
hang out. Yeah, like I hate it. You're just kind of okay. See you guys later. Yeah, the people upstairs used to complain. They said that we would leave the jukebox super cranked up and it would turn on at like 3:00, 3:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
and they'd be like, "Man, like they didn't turn off the jukebox." We're like, "Yo, we turn that shit down and we turn it off
Yeah.
at the end of the night." The cleaners don't come in until like 7:00 in the morning, so like nobody's in the bar for that jukebox to turn on,
No.
right?
The cleaners must have some good stories too. hey?
Buddy,
Oh,
right?
shit.
Yeah,
Shit,
we've gone
yeah.
through some cleaners.
They don't say anything. They just quit.
The basement, I refuse. It's like
God.
this big joke to them.
Yeah.
I haven't been in the basement in like 8 years because the
Really?
first few years you'd go down there, there's fucking weird old shit down there.
Oh yeah.
There's like it's fucking because his dad was like a collector of things, so it's like weird and the way it's shaped,
Well,
and like all of the pop is down there in this like dugout room, and you go in and you're like, I feel like people are staring at me and gonna murder me. Like I feel so like, and I told him like I was like, if the pop goes out,
Yeah.
sorry man, you're losing money because I'm opening canned pop,
So
and he just lets it go.
Screw
Yeah.
I'll throw this theory to you. So let's say it was a monastery, and it was connected with the church that's now gone on the other side. And there's
Yeah.
a cemetery
Yeah.
there. Let's just say, what if they kept dead bodies in the basement until it was time for burial in the
Ew.
basement? Shit happens.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
hard
it does.
times, you know.
We've been to places where we're like, where do they bury people?
Yeah.
Like what? Like there was
bit
like
so
no
they can see
cemetery
it.
around.
Oh.
You never know. Yeah.
So we're like, are they buried like beside their homes there,
even
or
up.
like?
Oh
To
my
hear everything,
God.
you know what I mean? Or whatever.
No,
Do you ever feel? Are you ever scared that like you think you're gonna bring if you're going and like checking something out that you're gonna like bring something or something's gonna attach
You know what?
to
I
you?
haven't yet. Have
Not
you?
yet.
No,
No.
I haven't
No.
yet. No.
No.
No,
Do you
no,
feel
no,
like
no.
you can sense the difference between like a good spirit and like a bad spirit? Is that like a thing?
Well, I don't know. I
Well,
mean,
I-
you
Good
know what you
energy and
feel
bad
like.
energy,
Some
right?
people
What
can,
you
I
feel?
think.
You feel like
I mean,
good energy where you feel
Yeah.
like totally comfortable and you're
Well-
just like it's funny, and then the bad energy where you're like I'm scared.
Yeah, really,
You
you
know?
do. Like, I mean, when we went downstairs in Delvinart, which you figure would be kind of creepy and spooky,
I felt
it
good.
wasn't. Yeah, it
No,
was
good
nice.
vibes
Yeah.
down
I'm
there,
like, this
yeah.
is a
Good.
cool
Yeah.
place down here. Like, you know.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then there are places that are like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. But a quick story about the Dolphin, real quickly. Back before we did the podcast, I was helping out my mother-in-law who had connections with the Dolphin Art. She was like a curator for a little bit. She helped put that gift shop in that new section years ago, and then they'd asked her to come help for Doors Open. And she says, Jasmine, do you want to come? Oh, yeah, sure, I'll come. That's my real name. Anyway. And so I come with her. Thank you. And so, we're setting up the gift shop. Doors open. I can go anywhere I want in the house. Like 2018, it was like crazy. And then she asked for like a rack. There should be some in the basement. And I was hesitant. I'm like, oh, the basement by myself. This place is pretty fucking old, right? So I go downstairs, and then just like a weight was lifted off. And he's like, this is nice. Like so for the rest of the day, I was looking for excuses to go back
Go
to the
downstairs,
basement
yeah.
because it just had an inviting feel. And I said to her, and she believed in all. Mark Kettner was her name. She was just an amazing woman. She passed in 2019, and we interviewed her because she had like a lot of stories. Like she started the Mist Rock Cafe out in whatchamacallit in St. Francis.
St. Francis.
Okay.
Yeah, she did the nunnery out there. She did the 10 Lizzie Carr Museum. Like, she's just an amazing woman. So, but she has all these ghost stories because she had the nunnery and all this stuff, right? And so I feel like I could tell her, and I says, like, I didn't feel creeped out. Like, usually I pick up on vibes. And I says, she goes, you know why? You're good with it, she says. Because back in the day, Hugh John, when he was the magistrate or lawyer, he'd walk from the courthouses home every day. Sometimes he'd find the street urchins, like the kids doing, begging for money and stuff. And he knew that they would get picked up and thrown in Vaughan Street Jail, right? Because that's what they did. It didn't matter how old they were. And he
There
felt
was no like juvie then.
like, yeah.
Wow.
So he would actually offer to take them home, get them a meal. He would house them in the basement, and his staff would look after them for however days that they need. And and they were probably like just playing down there. And she says, so they were looked after and they were cared for and they were fed. Like no weird stuff. Just he looked after the children, and that's where they were in the basement.
Yeah.
And that's probably why I felt
It was
that
so nice
feeling.
and happy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
'cause
Yeah,
it's
you
good
felt
feeling.
good,
Yeah.
cared for,
Good vibes,
like,
yeah.
yeah,
Good vibes,
for
yeah.
sure.
Wow.
And that's
That's
probably why the
awesome.
little ghost girl was going, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why, like, why making or why me believing in like spirits and like energies and things like that makes me feel better about like
Life in general.
Yeah. Like, it just makes me feel like there's something else. Like, we always joke about how, like, I'm always going to come back and scare the fuck out of
Yeah.
you, right? Like, if I
You got a
come,
list
like,
of
you
people
know what I
you're
mean?
gonna-
Yeah, but
yeah,
I'm going to be
fuck
like, I'm going to be
around
like, boo, bitch, right?
Yeah.
Like, going right? Like, I'm going to do shit to fuck with you.
I'm gonna haunt
Yeah.
the fuck
Yeah,
out of that
right?
asshole.
But, like,
Yeah.
know that it's me. Let's have a code word, right?
Yeah.
Or I'll do something, right? Like,
Channel 4
yeah.
is my channel.
You know that I knock one of your plants over?
Yeah.
Like, that's me, bitch.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
don't be
Yeah.
scared.
I know. It does. Well, I mean, I guess that's the reason people have religion too, right? Because
Yeah.
they need to feel secure about their
Yeah.
life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't need anyone telling me how to feel secure about my life. I wanna, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, for
Okay,
sure.
so how does this thing work? Sorry.
Okay.
So we
Yeah, what is this?
what
That
what
is
is
our-
this?
Here.
It's like a
I'm gonna move
Back to
this.
the
a
recording.
magnetic sphere of fortune.
So ask a
Ask it a
question,
question.
Okay.
and then wait.
And
We-
hold it and give
we
it a
stuck
little.
this little sticker on it last week because we're just
Yeah,
so
look at it.
adorable.
Isn't it
Looks like a
ghosty
little-
Oh, it's so
boy?
cute.
So
Sounds,
cute.
yeah.
See how it goes?
So you ask,
Okay.
but
Ask
it's
her
so
a question.
random, and we find that sometimes, like when we were at the B&B there a couple weeks ago, it kept going yes indefinitely. And we're
Yes,
asking
all
some
the time.
freaky ass shit questions, right?
Yeah.
You know, like because they looked after children there. Apparently, children did pass in the building. There was nuns there. They lived their life there. They worked there. They died there. You know, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, right? So
So you can
So
ask
ask a
questions
question.
about your witch hut.
Yo, like
Your witch hut.
is the witch how?
Say where the
which?
say did the stairs lead to somewhere?
Oh, buddy, that's
Sure.
terrifying.
Oh, there was a
No,
door
you
and
got that.
pockets too.
Yeah.
do it.
Say pull
Did
it, give it a
Just let
swing.
it go.
Okay.
You give it. I'll hold it. Roll the ball.
You just like.
Yeah.
So was the witch hut like
The
a?
doors go.
did
The stairs go somewhere, man.
We're all like on the edge of our
Yeah,
I
we're
know,
all
we're
like,
like,
Ask a
what?
friend. Oh, try
Oh,
again.
Try
fucking
again.
Try again.
It's like I
You
don't know,
didn't
man.
swing it good enough.
I ain't fucking with the ghosts at that house.
Or any house for that matter.
Yeah.
You gotta ask it something.
Do I swing it first?
As
No,
you're
you
asking
can
you.
do
As
whatever
I'm
you want.
asking?
Yeah.
Did Margaret throw that guy down the stairs?
Did Margaret throw the
ghost
Dude
down
down the stairs
Oh.
and bust his leg up. Bust his leg.
Oh, yeah.
Or did he jump?
Did he? Yeah, right. Did he just
He's
want
like, I
paid
don't
time
want-
off?
Workers' comp.
Workers' comp.
I
Yeah.
don't want to work anymore today.
I knew a guy
Dog.
that cut off his finger just for that reason.
So do I.
Shit.
Was it a thumb?
Yeah.
Same guy.
Get a lot of money for
So
thumbs, though.
you do, yeah. Like if you're gonna do it,
Try
do it.
again.
Oh,
Try
see, look at
again.
both try again. See?
The spirits don't want to fuck with us. They're like,
So, is Ray Ray's house here haunted? But we know it's not.
We know it's not.
Is
Well,
it might be. When I walk up the stairs sometimes I get like a weird feeling this one's watching me. Yeah. Kind of like
That's your-
because Ella will stand
your
at the top of the
cat.
stairs.
Are we
Buddy,
confusing
Buddy,
it
Ella will
because we
stand at the
keep
top of the stairs
talking?
the one
And
day.
look
She
down.
like
No,
yeah, and
it's
she
just
like
one of
barked
those
one time
weird
and I was
things,
like,
right?
buddy,
Big
no,
butt, no,
don't
don't
do
do
that.
that.
No.
But
No.
ask a friend.
Ask a friend.
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
maybe ask her.
that's a good friend.
Cupcake. Is my basement haunted? Is somebody in my basement that's chilling
Could be.
Maybe.
that we
Chilling
can't
like a
see?
Probably. Probably.
How long
Who's
have you guys
chilling
been
in my-
podcasting for?
Happy Pride. Happy
We're
Pride.
going on
Happy
5
Pride.
years.
5 years.
5 years. We
Yeah.
go live every Friday night.
Yeah.
Nice.
Almost every Friday night.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We took a little time off when.
Some hiatuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Cupcake
Took
was going.
hiatuses
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Well, and I live in the Exchange in like an old building. I wonder if my place is.
That's cool.
Do you? Ooh.
What are you
How come
doing?
this is
Look
taking
at.
so long for
No.
It's like
fucking-
ask a
Oh.
friend. Yeah.
Yes.
It was yes
Ask-
and
Oh,
then
it
said,
was yes.
fuck, no,
That's
it
weird.
jumped over.
Maybe it said yes to
It
me.
doesn't want to answer you.
Doesn't want to answer us.
Wait,
It's
Look
stubborn.
At it, it's still fucking
Maybe it said
shaking.
yes to me.
Wait,
How long is
about-
it gonna shake for?
Is
Christ's
Ray
sakes?
Ray and Cupcake stoned? If it doesn't land to yes, then we know.
If it doesn't
this
go to
thing-
definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah. If it doesn't go to definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You're letting us down, Spirit.
Oh, good catch. Good
Yeah.
catch.
Don't make us look bad.
Yeah, right. It's like fuck you. I'm not
So-
gonna tell you. I'm not
Holy
gonna be
crap,
here.
that was
I need to ask, like, because we have a lot of, pretty famous places for being haunted,
again.
right?
Yes.
Some that we never have
So-
any fucking negative answers.
Buddy.
Like,
It's just not a good night for it, I guess. Oh, well.
guess not. But yeah, like, have you ever been in that like room at the Fort Garry, or
Oh,
like
no, we
have you
didn't
ever
yet.
done
No,
any
no.
of those?
We talked about it.
We talked about it. Actually, funny story. So we went to the Christkindl market, me and my family, my husband, my daughter, and myself, at Christmas time. We went to the German market in the Fort Garry Fashion Mall there, right?
Yeah.
So it's been like not ritual, like we do it every year now, and then we go for
An annual thing.
we go for tea in
Yeah,
the palm
yeah.
room
Tea
there,
and
you know, like
crumpets.
holy shit expensive, but you know my daughter likes it. And so anyway, long and short of it, I'm like, because I'm me, I go to the front desk and I go, hey, I'm just wondering what's
You got ghosts here?
no, I didn't ask that this time, but I usually do.
You got ghosts that just chill here for a little bit?
Is this place haunted? I feel like this place is haunted. Anyway, and then I say to the front desk clerk, like just this nerdy, quiet guy, whatever, and I'm like, what about room 202? I said, what's the waiting list to book that? And he's like looking, he's like, oh, well, we're booking next week. I go, there's no waiting list? He's like, no. And I'm like, oh, okay. He goes, what, at this point, we did not acknowledge what we know.
Yeah.
202.
Yeah.
But I'm just inquiring on room, And then he's like, well, what date were you thinking of? And it's Christmas, right? So I says, how about Valentine's Day? And then he just gives me this look like,
He's like, really, lady? No.
you know what happened there, right? Like, really? That's kind of weird. He says to me, right? Like, I'm like, well, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's just any other
okay,
day.
it's a
Like,
thought.
I don't know what's.
Just want to book it as a special occasion. It's how I'm just celebrating Valentine's Day.
I'm not saying anything's going to happen either way in that room, but I'm just.
Yeah.
I don't know. He asked me and I gave him an answer.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll have a headache.
Yeah.
And you need an aspirin.
And then the husband's going to go out, and then the horse is going to.
And he's going to get run over by a
the
fucking
street.
cart and
That's-
horse. That's apparently the story.
I don't like that story.
Yeah. I'm
No.
like, really? She had a headache, so he went to go get her, like, drugs.
Yeah.
And he gets run over by a horse and carriage. Like it's not like they go fast. Like,
No.
I mean, how fast do they go?
I think you would have seen it coming.
Yeah.
Well, you
like,
would
I
have.
mean,
There's
really.
time. It's
Yeah.
Horses can't go that fast with a carriage.
That's
Well, I mean,
It's like
we're in
lots
the
of
middle
time.
fucking Winnipeg.
Yeah.
wow.
Well, but the version I like and that I love is the version where she ran away and eloped with somebody her family didn't approve of.
Yeah.
The father tracked them down, dragged the groom out of the room, and dragged him down the mezzanine, which would make sense because they say that that's very haunted.
Yeah.
With a black shadow figure down the
stairs, yeah.
mezzanine. So apparently, the story again, he grabs the newly wedded man that married the daughter that didn't get permission, dragged him down to the lobby, and beat the living shit out of him in the lobby.
Yep. And got away with it.
That's the
Because
story I like.
he probably was loaded.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But he could have dragged him out into the street, let's just say, because we don't want to
Could
get on
have.
Fort
And
Garry
held him
bad
down
side.
as
yeah.
a freaking horse ran him over.
Yeah, left him for the horses, right?
What a way to
Yeah.
die.
I know.
Wow.
By trampled by a horse
Wow.
and carriage.
He didn't even get laid yet. Like, oh my god. What the hell?
Like, you sucked at life, buddy. Sorry. Like, that was like, try again.
But then the other part to that would make more sense too, because not out of sadness or grief, she was terrified her father would come and kill her, so she took her own life, right?
That's right.
You see, or
Yeah.
maybe he tried to drag her back home to maybe he was abusing her at home.
Because
or
they did
who
that.
knows,
You
right?
know, you can't
Yeah.
marry the wrong person way back when.
Wouldn't that make more sense in
Yeah.
both cases? Why she
Yes.
hung herself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grim,
That's
man.
insane.
Grim.
So many interesting stories. We have so many interesting stories.
I'm
Wow.
like, so I want to be your guys' best
Wow.
friends.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Position's open.
So
Congratulations.
much fun. So much fun.
The position is filled.
I literally could talk about this stuff all day.
Yeah. We need to have you back. Because, like,
you
1
come to
hour
our
was
pod, like,
not
yeah.
enough. Yes, we would love
Yeah.
that. Yes. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But for sure, like, go give them a follow. Oops. Oh, Cat Jill. Love you.
Hi, Grandjill. Happy Pride, Hannah.
That's what I meant to put. Yeah,
Happy
right
Pride.
Pride
there.
Month?
Yeah.
Pride Month?
Pride
I
Month.
got the
Yeah,
rainbow
beautiful
book.
eyeballs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Did it with
Apparently, I
tissue
only
paper.
have part of a rainbow on my
Buddy, I
eyeball.
love the blue.
I love
Looks
the blue on her.
great.
Yeah, yeah.
Looks
gorgeous.
great.
Oh, yeah.
No, no.
Yes.
Both
I
of you
love
are.
it. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to hang out so much.
Yeah, we need to hang out
do this
a
again.
million times more. And
yeah.
But I do have the names of the people that lived here. You can have that if you want to
Oh.
know.
Yeah.
Like we track.
And
shit
I was
down
like
and-
trying to find
I
birth
keep getting
records and
mail
marriage
for
records
somebody.
and shit.
Yeah.
Well, this
It
is
was
like
really
50
weird
years
though,
ago.
because some of the people that lived here, I couldn't find their freaking birth records. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
I can't believe that this didn't work in the basement. So that's a good thing. Is that a good thing?
That's a
It
good
is a good
thing.
thing.
Or
Okay.
they didn't want you to know shit, and it's a really
or
bad
there's
thing.
nothing here. Or there's,
Or there's nothing here.
Well, I like totally believe my grandpa comes and like fucks with me sometimes. I just
Oh,
want.
yeah.
Oh, I want to know.
Yeah.
Is it my grandpa that comes and fucks with me sometimes and just like turns my
You
TV
should,
on?
you should tell that story too, because you
Holy.
told it to us.
Oh yeah,
Ding, ding.
yeah.
If you're okay with
Yeah.
it. Though.
So my grandpa used to, he would do this dick thing where he would like walk by and like change my TV with a remote because his remote worked with my TV, and he just thought it was so funny. And then he'd be like, "Hey, what's up?" It would be a surprise visit, right? Like, "Hey, I'm here." So he passed away a few years ago. He took his own life. But sometimes
No, don't like
at like
Doesn't
3 in the
work down
morning,
here.
it just like try again.
Yeah,
All right.
that's
weird.
unusual.
Yeah.
That in itself.
That
is weird.
never happens.
All the time, right? Yeah.
That
Constant.
never happens.
That
Yeah,
never
that's
happens,
constant.
yeah.
So yeah, there's been a
Weird.
few times that I would wake up like in the middle of the night, my TV would be on. So that it didn't happen all the time though. And somebody was like, "It's updates." I was like,
Did you
"Well,
say
it tells me
grandpa? What the hell?"
Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
then I would be like, "It's my fucking grandpa just fucking with me, just being like, what's up? I'm still here."
What show was on? Out of curiosity, do you remember?
It would be like the music.
Oh, like that
um,
fucking
Like,
environment.
it'd be like a
Canada
music,
channel
yeah.
or
It would be
whatever.
like a music channel.
Oh, yeah.
And it'd be like, yeah, and he like always listened
Like
to music,
Goldie
right? But like,
oldies.
yeah, it would just like
Amazing.
go and turn it off, and I'm like,
Nice.
all right.
It's like pina colada.
I feel like there's good spirits in, you know.
is good.
Yeah.
I think
Sure.
so. Tell them share them the story. Share with Cher.
Share them the
story
story?
about your neighbor. That was freaky. About your
Oh, my
neighbor.
neighbor, my
Yeah.
poor neighbor, my lovely friend.
Yeah.
Well, we lived in our house for like 20 something years already, and we got this neighbor, a nice guy, young guy. He lived there for maybe 3 years, I think, and he moved back to Pine Falls. You guys remember a little while ago when that guy got killed in Pine Falls? He got
And it was the
shot.
school teacher that took
School
out him and
teacher
another guy.
shot him and his buddy. He was murdered. We were so upset. I was like on Facebook and I'm looking and then like someone's going, "Oh, you know, R.I.P. I'm gonna miss you." I'm like, "Holy fuck! What do you mean R.I.P.? What's going on?"
Yeah.
So I messaged and they're like, "Yeah, for sure it's him." So I'm telling my husband and like, you know, they're freaking out. Like, holy fuck, he's like 35 maybe.
And he used to come over all the time. Have
And he
beers
was
and stuff, right?
all the time. It's like a great guy,
I wonder
eh?
if my brother knows him.
And fucking all of a sudden we're talking about him, we're crying, drinking a beer, and fucking the closet behind us slams. And my husband, not a believer at all.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Holy fuck!" I said, "Yeah, he's here." Look at, I got fucking goosebumps like crazy again.
Wow.
I'm like, "He's here."
It's a sign.
He was gonna the next day. He was gonna move back to Winnipeg and stay in our basement for a while he got set up again.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
See, so he did come back.
He did come back.
Yeah.
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 We did
That's
have.
insane.
Yeah. No, I know.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was creepy.
We also did have a couple people that shared stories with us.
Oh yeah,
sweet.
right.
Oh, really?
We're all about
So-
sharing the ghost love. Yes.
So just before we say goodnight, we want to tell some ghost stories.
Great job,
Yeah.
because
from
like I
our-
would have forgot,
Totally.
but you like nailed that.
You're
So
on
good
the ball.
job, Cupcake.
Yeah.
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 I gotta give her so much credit, man. She
I
like
almost
give her
takes
some
forgot,
credit.
but like I didn't.
we show up. We've
We
already
show up for
determined that
fucking
we
next-
just show up. I roll joints.
Yeah,
She
I
pour
drink.
shots. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we're valuable in our
Valuable
own way.
members of society.
You got that right.
They make shit
Yeah.
happen. We just come along for the
You know, I'm
ride.
just here to drink and have fun. Oh.
So a really good friend of ours, Darren, he one time his brother, like, hang on,
Do you want me to read it?
trying to- I started reading the wrong part, and I was like, hang on.
Super prepared.
I got this.
You got it, man. You know
I
it.
have faith in you. You
So
can
yeah,
do it.
his brother's spirit woke him up one time, like in the morning, because like to cover up his son. Like
Oh,
and
okay.
his son was like it was an infant at the time, and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he was
yeah, yeah.
freezing.
Aw.
So
Oh,
like
that's
he
nice.
just he was woken up to like
my
do
God.
that, and then when his son was 2, he decided to tell him about his brother,
Yeah.
and he looked at him and he was like all seriously, and he was like, "I know him."
Oh, I was gonna say that. Watch. But
Yeah.
The kid knows already.
Yeah.
Kids always know. Kids
Yeah.
know
Kids-
too much.
kids
Yeah,
know?
he
They
was
do.
like, "Oh, I know him."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids always know.
And then he was missing a ring that was his brother's, and he looked in the box that it was in like a few times, and it wasn't there. Then like one day, him and his wife were watching TV, and like an orb crossed the ceiling and went over to the box. And he's like, I can't remember if I looked that night or the next day, but like the ring was sitting right there.
Yeah.
where it was supposed to
Yeah,
be.
here you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Crazy.
Yeah. So that was one of them. And we also
Good stories, thank you.
Thanks for the story.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sharon, for sharing that. You shared it with me before, and then I was like, I have such a bad memory. I was like,
I don't remember the story.
We know they're good stories. We just can't remember them.
I was
Well,
like, as soon as you say it, I know
Yeah,
it'll like be
paraphrase it.
familiar, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then like Mr. Sutton here, he said last Halloween he was smoking from a gas mask bong, and he felt a spirit coming in. He's like, it's like he got possessed by a ghost while having a sesh.
Holy shit.
Well, that would be
Real. The
horrific.
devil's
Right.
That
lettuce.
would be
Right.
It's the
absolute-
devil's
that's the
lettuce
devil's
to the
lettuce.
next level.
To the max.
Holy.
Oh,
I
and
would
then
like that.
Camper Van says that
like
he
that.
he grew up in a haunted house, so he has stories.
Oh.
Camper van, get a hold
So
of
like
us.
Camper Van,
Email us. Do
yeah,
something.
send
don't
send
us.
more messages.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Yeah. What was that? What happened there?
She's a bonus. I'm like, no, don't fucking
Camper Van,
email us.
Email us. DM
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
Camper Van.
Don't call me.
DM them, DM us. We want to hear some of these stories.
Yeah.
Or
But,
email us at givinguptheghostpodcast@gmail.com.
There you go.
There you go. And go and
she can
give them a follow.
Sure, right?
Right there. Right over there.
The pop-up.
Right here.
Pop-up video.
Go check them out. And where can people listen to your podcast?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Every
Doesn't matter.
single.
You put your shit on there, we
You
are.
Google us and we're the
Amazing.
first thing that
Yeah.
comes up. And actually, this last month,
We're the first
Sher,
thing that comes up.
First thing that comes up. May on FeedSpot, we were the number 4th out of the top 10 paranormal podcasts in Canada. I have to say that.
Congratulations.
Great job.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and April was 3rd. And we were off for 6 months.
Yeah,
so I
like,
don't know how
pretty
that
good how
happened.
that
Or
happened,
second or
I don't
something.
know.
And I'm like, we weren't even here,
Amazing.
but okay.
Like,
thanks.
we're just nailing
We'll
fucking
take
life.
it.
It's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
try. We
Well,
try.
I totally understand because like I want to hang out with you every single week, so I can
Totally.
only imagine. Just,
Totally.
Right? Like I understand
Yeah.
people wanting to be like, I want to listen to them every.
It's funny, you know what? We either have people that really like us because we're like normal shit people, right?
Everyday people.
Or people that fucking hate us because we're like
Swear.
and we're like old and we're supposed to be
And
like
drinking.
hoity-toity and we're like,
Yeah, I know.
Well, you're
I know,
just
you're
like
not.
us.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you're like
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like when we go out in public, it's like, oh, we do ghost podcasts, talk about
And
local
they're like,
Winnipeg
huh?
and stuff. They're like, oh, great. I go, but we drink and swear a little bit because you kind of have
Yeah,
to do that disclaimer.
yeah,
And they're
disclaimer.
like, even better.
Full
Yeah.
disclaimer.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
we found our people,
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, like that lady last weekend.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, you guys drink it? Yeah, like us. Yay, woo.
Like, we're normal. That's great. Yeah, we
No,
try
I
not. We,
love that.
You know, we don't like the pretentiousness. Like, this is
No.
what it is. We're here. We do it. We love talking about ghosts. We love sharing ghost stories.
Yeah.
We love hearing from people. Because I think
Oh, yeah.
people, a lot of times if they're with friends or family, they're like, oh, we don't believe in that or that doesn't
Yeah,
exist.
like that whole
They
thing,
don't
right?
hear that.
Yeah.
They want to talk to somebody that believes them
Yeah.
or listens
Yeah.
to them, right?
Totally.
So,
Yeah.
We get
Well,
it.
for sure,
We
because
don't
it's
judge- we don't
yeah.
judge people
Yeah,
by,
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
We'd
Yeah.
love to hear it.
yeah,
Yeah. Amazing.
so fun.
So, yeah. Get in touch with them. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us.
It's already after 10.
It
Is it
is.
really?
Yeah.
It is.
It goes by so fast.
It does.
It goes by
that's why
super
we talk
fast.
for fucking
And
hours.
this is our
Terrible.
shtick.
Our shtick?
shtick. And it'd be
And remember to live every day like it is your last. Never give up the ghost. Or don't give up pot. Don't give the pot up.
Don't give up Don't give up the bone.
But you know what's crazy? You don't have tattooed on my feet. Live each day like it's okay. Plan your life like you live forever, but live each day like it's
very
like
nice.
it's yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck
When
up.
you said that, I was like, "That's
Ooh.
crazy."
Yeah, that's actually crazy.
I love that.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be.
Thumbs up.
Like and subscribe.
Thumbs up.
We'll give
Go
you
and
two.
check them out.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having us.
And
It's
go
an
and
honor.
check
Thank you
them
so
out.
much.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
And yeah, can't wait to have you back.
Yeah.
Can't wait for you.
So
Oh,
gotta come.
yeah,
We need
definitely.
to do this thing more
Come
too.
down.
Because I'm
Definitely.
interested.